There are yard robots and there's this, the YARBO. Other yard robots are merely one-trick ponies that can do just one task, whereas YARBO is modular. Not only can it mow the yard like the others, it can leaf blow, snow blow, edge trim, tow, liquid spray, granular spread that the others, well, just can't. So that's great and all, except the saying, jack of all trades, master of none comes to mind. And is that what the YARBO is? Well, I've spent 6 months with this thing to find out, and let me tell you, I've had my fair share of amazement, joy, extreme frustration, and also hope. Let's break that down a bit more after this. YARBO actually began life as the Snowbot. Back in 2017, it was built as a dedicated robotic snowblower that also looked like a Star Wars droid reject. And eventually, the idea morphed into the Swiss Army knife of yard robots that we have today. Now, YARBO is built around the 135-pound universal body, or core as they call it, which has the brains, 36-volt, 1380 watt-hour battery, the high-traction rubber tracks, and multitude of antennas. The unit gets around with a combination of cameras, odometry and inertial sensors, and most importantly, RTK GPS. So RTK takes normal signals from your GNSS satellites and adds a correction stream to achieve accuracy down to 2 centimeters in this application. And it's the same tech used for professional surveying and precision agriculture, to name a few. Now, this requires you to install a data center, which can be a pain in the butt, I'll tell you what, because the location and the view of the sky has to be just right, otherwise it becomes pissier than a teenager with a dead phone. Now, if you plan on buying a YARBO, the main things you need to know are that the base package is called the YARBO Core. It has the main body and a Smart Assist module, which is like a face full of cameras and sensors for the robot that you slap on. YARBO Core can automatically follow you around as it tows little trailers or act as a sentry around your property, and that's about it. If you need more functionality, that's where you individually add other components such as the lawnmower, leaf blower, granular spreader, snowblower, and so on. And for this video, my points relate primarily with the mower and snowblower. I might sound silly saying this, but the unboxing experience is fantastic, guys. Regardless of whether it's the main core unit or any of the add-on modules in separate boxes, each one is meticulously packed, protected, and labeled. The instructions are also clear and in some cases duplicated or repeated to potentially dispel any confusion or missteps. I mean, if you did manage to screw things up, you know what they say, read the manual. I do want to note that it took me a little over 2.5 hours to get everything out of the box, hooked up and paired. And this was, besides installing the data center, that was an hour and a half all by itself. And it was longer for me because I received this pretty much in winter, so I had to spend time outdoors with my gloves on and everything, putting this thing on its side to swap out the 3-season tracks for studded winter ones, and also drill the bolts down for the charging pad into frozen ground and all that. But yeah, if you follow the instructions carefully, it's quite hard to mess up. It's so thoughtful that every bag of screws, pins, and clips is labeled and clearly referenced in the manual. YARBO even includes pretty quality tools in the box, so bonus points for that. YARBO is an ecosystem, and that's probably the first thing you should know as you're researching yard robots. It has versatility over all 4 seasons, the expandability with new modules that others just don't offer, and once you're knee deep in it, the YARBO community itself is made up of less sheeple and more of a mixture of engineers, nerds, and techies, I've noticed. Now, I also want to make a quick shout out to the YARBO user and community group on Facebook for your valuable information and support so far. So thanks guys for all your help. Another nice thing is that while YARBO is proactively updating the software and hardware, plus frequently dropping new accessories and features, all that in the background, the company doesn't seem like they're high in the air and just aloof, because they listen to their user base. Like when bugs or design issues crop up and people complain about them in the forums, the engineers are taking notes. And so this kind of relationship continues to keep YARBO on its toes, I feel. I've said this before and I'll say this again, modularity is the name of the game here. You buy and expand as needed. Nothing else on the market, I would say, beats the 4-season versatility of this thing. And the closest modular-like robot I can think of is the Lawnmeister, but that's still in beta. And if you look at it, it looks kind of weak sauce. I'll tell you what, battery life is an absolute beast. It can handle mowing my 3,400 square feet yard with more than 50% juice left in the tank when it's done, or snow blowing my 1,700 square feet driveway with 65% remaining. I would say that's impressive. At this rate, mowing once every couple of weeks and about 15 to 20 deployments in the winter, the pack should see about 4 to 4.5 years of service before it hits the standard 20% degradation. Now, I don't know if there's a battery health controller built into the system right now, but it would be nice to see the actual battery health in the app instead of requiring owners to manually check it as it is. This machine can tackle slopes that will be too dicey for ride-on lawn mowers, or that just become a pain to manually mow every single time. You know what I mean, right? And for me, YARBO has absolutely solved that problem. Despite being a robot with about 75%, I would say, uptime, YARBO, especially in snowblower and lawnmower modes, have given me so much time back to do other important things. Like, I can basically let YARBO handle the more mundane back and forth stuff so that I can spend more time with my wife and my children after work, or focus on weeding and tending to my plants and trees that I usually would have to squeeze in at the end of each session. I'm not kidding, guys, when I say how much less stressed I feel having those opportunities open up, thanks to a yard assistant that never complains or gets tired. In terms of effectiveness, my robot, I would say, has been above average with some caveats. So if you have the right driveway, the right yard, and are already used to maintaining your own yard equipment, or are good with the wrench basically, the YARBO would perform great. Straight up, as you've seen from the videos, my driveway and yard aren't perfect. Like, the driveway especially looks like fat rolls upon fat rolls, and the yard is irregularly shaped and falls off sharply down the hill on one side. And these cause the work map algorithm to require a lot of sharp maneuvering on YARBO's part, which wears down my grass and the asphalt more than I would like, even with smart turns activated. And granted, the damage would have been much worse without it. So all the frequent maneuvering and adjusting also causes YARBO to miss random small patches of snow or grass, so I can imagine that driving OCD owners up the wall. So if you strictly just care about the perfect lawn, then lawn mowing only models from Memotion or Husqvarna are probably a better bet. As it is right now, you can drive the robot remotely with the included Xbox controller or the app while using the onboard cameras as your eyes. However, one of my biggest gripes is that you can't control YARBO with cameras when it's in the middle of a job and a situation necessitates you to take control, like if it rams into something or if it gets stuck. I heard that this was in the works, but come on guys, if I can't do it on my $400 Roomba, I should be able to do it on my $5,000 YARBO, right? Hot dang it. Ugh. GPS drift issues, GPS lock inconsistencies. YARBO owners know exactly what I'm talking about here, and I feel there's just too much reliance on RTK, and I'm not expecting YARBO to slap LiDAR V-Slam on top of the current model, although that's something to consider in the next gen. And I'm not casting all the blame on YARBO either, because at this level of satellite dependence, any kind of moderate to severe geomagnetic storm impacts can cause this machine to take a nosedive into navigation hell. In fact, as I was filming this on June 2nd, the NOAA website had interruption levels at G4, the most severe. And guess what happened to my machine out there? It's completely bricked. Now, it would be ideal if there was a backup, at least some kind of camera RTK combo whereby the cameras take up the slack whenever there's satellite signal loss. As it is right now, the GPS will try to reacquire GPS once or twice, but after that would basically just give up the ghost. So say if winter weather is really crappy out and if you're out of town and the robot decides to stop in the middle of your yard, it'll notify you, sure, but there's nothing you can do to effectively get it back manually to the dock. As I mentioned before, not being able to remote control using the cameras basically means that between GPS drops and having to literally handhold the thing back to the charging dock leads to a lot of time spent babysitting. And I really hope this particular aspect can be improved ASAP. Man, this thing weighs like a tank. With either the snowblower or lawnmower module, this thing is knocking on 200 pounds, guys. While that's a pretty good theft deterrent all by itself, I would say it's not for older folks who live alone or some people with physical challenges, because this thing is just too heavy to move around, especially when it comes to cleaning or maintenance, or if it gets stuck in a hole or something and you need to move it. I personally have not experienced it yet, but I've seen in the forums how the lawnmower discs and blades aren't as robust as the competition. So like what I do with the robot vacuum in the house, I just go around my yard to pick up all the random stray sticks and branches and larger stones that may cause damage. But I can see that not being practical for people with really large properties. Person detection. It's available with the snowblower module right now, and I heard it's coming to the mower attachment too, and that can come soon enough. That should have been first. Now, I like it when the robot takes steps to go around a human being when it detects the person in its path, but I wish, and I have the same hang up with RoboVacs as well, that the robot would return to the avoidance event location to complete the job, whatever it is, in this case mowing or clearing the snow, because once it goes around a person, it never comes back to the same spot, so you're left with a patch that's not touched. Having lived with the highs and lows of the YARBO through 2 seasons at this point, I think it has strong potential. Although at this price, some shoppers probably don't want to hear that word, potential, because that usually means a beta or work in progress product. Here's the thing though, when it works guys, YARBO is amazing, like mind-blowingly amazing in fact. But when it doesn't, it becomes frustrating really quickly. And this is where YARBO's update support comes in, I think. And in this aspect, the team at YARBO, even though they don't solve every big problem out there right away, they continue to churn out fixes every month and a half or so, which gives me hope. Now, one more thing I would like to add. If you think YARBO will completely liberate you from yard duty altogether, think again, muchacho, because robots are far from perfect, so expect the machine to get around like 85 to 90% of the work done, and it's up to you to do the touch-ups. A million like points to you for sitting through that long video, and even if you fast forwarded through it, it's still a long one, isn't it? So thank you so much for watching and for your patience, and I hope you found this useful in some form or another. And this is actually my first video. I have a follow-up with the leaf blower module and how everything else works over the rest of the year, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for being here guys, and if you like what I do, remember to subscribe, thumbs up, and reshare this with your friends and family. And remember to do something loving and kind for somebody in this world, because guess what? If you haven't seen the news lately, the world needs it more than ever, and it starts with you, believe it or not. Peace out, God bless, and I love you all very much.